Ricardo, welcome on
Hello.
the podcast.
Thank you. Big fan of your podcast and so happy to be here with you.
Appreciate it. So, obviously, we've had Samir on before. Tell us how you two connected.
Oh, it is a very fun story, and it actually relates to these kind of events because we met in these events, the Facade Tectonics and in the Facades Plus. We kept bumping into each other, and they were like, "Oh, this guy is cool," and we started, talking and having good fun and whatever. And since we are obviously facade geeks, both of us, then one thing led to another, and we partnered up, and now we have a large team. His fine reputation and our acquired knowledge and muscle of the company at Mexico. So now we're doing this together.
Of course, is the focus on South America?
No, it is actually mostly North American. I mean, in Mexico we have around 20 projects on a yearly basis as the Facade Studio.
Sure.
But once we partnered up with Samir, we managed to also offer some new projects to acquire some new projects in New York. Also in Miami, we have some projects now. So yeah, we are right now dealing with something around 30 projects between
Wow.
Mexico and the US. So yeah, mostly North American. In South America, we don't do anything. Well, we are right now putting a proposal for some projects in South America, but it's different. It's a little more. It's a little slower to get over there.
Yeah, tell us. Obviously, you have very unique requirements in Florida and New York, respectively. But what have you seen in Mexico in your projects? Trends, challenges, constraints. What is really driving Facade?
It is too fun to do projects in Mexico because we are too close to the US and we get to see the awesome buildings and we want to do awesome buildings. But most of the times the developers don't have as much money as they have here. And we are also a lesser regulated market. And that leads to a very creative way of designing facades because you need to make buildings to resemble the ones globally available, but with way less budget. So you need to chop off a lot of the fancy stuff that the facade systems could do, and boil it down to the very basics. No, so it's very risky and very challenging design, architectural design, and you have you have fewer elements to do a good facade. The
What
other
are
thing is that we
the
have a good weather.
well, temperate weather, so different requirements. But what really drives costs? Is it labor costs? Is it material availability? Is it contractor
Material
availability?
availability mostly, yeah, because most of the materials are imported. The added value projects products. Right now, Vitro and Saint-Gobain already have a coater in Mexico, but we didn't have it for years. So those kind of markets were underdeveloped. Now they are ramping up, but availability of products is something. Labor is very cheap, so they don't mind you putting a lot of people into work. But they're also very not very well trained. So if you could come up with a fancy or a new material or procedure for them, they just cannot deal with it because they don't know it. No?
So do you see a lot of stick built construction instead of prefabricated components?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of facade of glass, it is somehow globalized, and we do have prefabricated. Also, we have a good part of precast panels, a good industrial precast panels. But yeah, the rest is mostly done inside. Now, the big projects are pretty much the same as here and there. We deal with them in the same way that in the US. But on smaller projects or in other cities in Mexico, it's more handmade on site.
When you're doing projects on the coastline, are you dealing with maybe impact requirements, higher
Absolutely.
design pressures?
So something really funny is that again, it's an unregulated market. So most of those precautions those concerns are mostly because developers want to do it in a good way because they're not required to think about stuff like impacts. We do the we provide CFD analysis and all those kind of analysis to let them know, hey, your facade is going to withstand a hurricane or whatever. Um, but it's not mandatory. The fun part is that it is not mandatory for in Mexico.
Wow. So you
Yes.
don't see in those, I mean, I'm guessing we probably see a lot of non-thermally broken aluminum systems. It's predominantly aluminum fenestration, right?
Yes, I mean in Mexico you don't need. Again, we have a very good weather in Mexico.
Sure.
It's mostly hot, and some parts is actually cool. Like in Mexico City, is very it's cool, tending to cold, but not minus something degrees.
For the most part, are you using insulated glass or is
Insulated glass, yes. In big cities, yes. In in the other in the other cities, no, because there are not enough glass processors. But yeah, I was telling you about thermal break. It's not needed in Mexico because we don't go below freezing point over there. So condensation is mostly. I mean, it's not as important than over here.
are you doing a lot of field quality control testing?
Field.
Quality control testing.
Yes, that is also something very fun, and that I would say that the side of our business that I enjoy the most because it is very fun to do is forensic analysis, and yes, watertight, the ASTM E1105, which is very fun to do, and we try to shape our process in a like in the pizza Formula One, and so we go over there all with our uniforms and a lot of people. We have a big crowd of people doing one little thing. So we do a lot of those very fast, and it is very good fun to do that.
So we're going to see Ricardo next month in Monterey, and
Yes.
we're looking forward to continuing the conversation. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you.